No, this is not Fat Obi-Wan sitting here before you. And I am not Santa Claus turned heel. Matter of fact, I am the Angry Viking. And I welcome you back to Pillar to Post. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. And as you can see by the logo down at the bottom of your screen, we're going to talk a little 2K22. Now, those that are a mainstay on my channel, they all know my hesitation with getting the new 2K22 game, the WWE 2K22. And justifiably so. Look at what we've gotten how many years in a row. And then 2K21 just took right off the shelf. Not even going to bother with it. 2K20, complete trash. Came to a point where it was unplayable. And we tried. All of us YouTubers tried. It just wasn't possible. So a lot of us, most of us, if not all of us, returned back to 2K19, which had its own array of bullshittery going on. Like every now and then you still get the levitation going on where wrestlers just all of a sudden start floating in the air. So I've been waiting. I've been waiting for YouTubers that have gotten the opportunity to get early access to the game where they've been brought in and were allowed to play for a few hours, get their opinions on it. And there are a few out there, if you go and watch, there are quite a few YouTubers out there that are giving a bit of a review on their experience playing the new WWE 2K22. And surprisingly, as well as kind of happily, they've had their positive reactions. Now, there are things, I guess, that they didn't like, but they are going to report on that later on. They were allowed to sit with the creators and give them their opinions. They said that the people listened to what they had to say, and they were still in production. This happened, I believe, in January 13th, something around there, where certain people here on YouTube were allowed early access to play the game. Now, from what I understand, the game was still under development during that stage. It probably still is. So anything that these YouTubers had to say could have been taken in and those things cleaned up a little bit. But all in all, the play aspect of it all seems to be a positive vibe from these people. And so I will be ordering the game. I don't know which level I'll get. It's a lot of money, and we did this with 2K20, and we all got burnt really bad. Now, I ended up with 2 copies of the game. A subscriber sent me one in the mail, which I thank you for, and still don't know who it was because he did not put their name on it. But I appreciated it, and I'm thankful for it. And I will continue to be thankful for it, that I've got subscribers that will do stuff like that for me. But unbeknownst to me that it was being sent, I had ordered it and downloaded it on my PS4. And it was hell. It was hell. And they had many aspects that fit what I do on my channel, The Wasteland. As you can see by your screen, welcome to the apocalypse. That's what we're all about. We're mixing up the apocalypse with wrestling. So the whole Wasteland thing was kind of a nice thing to see. I just wish it would have worked properly. So they've redone the engine. They're coming out with a bunch of new features. My faction, my rise. So what am I going to do about it? Yes, as I stated, I will be ordering it. I will do the pre-order. I'll be getting, I'll order the pre-order, or I'll do the pre-order probably at the end of the month. But trying to figure out new angles for what I do here. And, I told myself going into 2022 that this was going to be a whole new year, not just for myself, but my kids and this channel. Pillar to Post is very dear to me. The channel itself has helped me out in so many ways. I met a lot of great people, a lot of great friends, and they have helped me through a lot of struggles. And I want to keep that entertainment value there. I want to bring back some of what made the channel very popular early on. And a lot of that had to do with the storytelling. A lot of that had to do with the interaction with the fans. And I say that now, interaction with the subscribers, and I'm doing this pre-recorded. I will be getting into live streams once again. I will be getting back into wrestling reviews. I just want you all to understand where I come from. The last 2 years have been brutal on me. My confidence took a hit after a hit after a hit. And when I came back, it was all about rebuilding myself. Rebuilding this channel. And I'm not all the way there yet. Trying to work on a schedule from between now and March. And I think this year will be the year where I bring in a little bit of color. When I say color, I mean color commentary. I mean a second host. Someone that has that appeal. I don't know who it is yet. I'll be on the search from now till March to find that person. I have a pretty good idea who I'm looking at getting in. It's just, are they up for it? And then that schedule will have to be worked out around them. RWO remains RWO. I don't know if Big Dog Wrestling will be back in the new iteration of the game. Right now I'm working with a roster of 200 wrestlers, 200 created wrestlers. That is a lot. I think for the majority of the part, those that want to continue their career here on Pillar to Post, glad to stay. I'd love to keep you. But the self-created wrestlers, a lot of them that I have, they probably will fade away. And we're going to keep everyone in one roster, or yes, one roster. Right now I'm working with 2 accounts with 200 wrestlers. And frankly, it gets tough sometimes. It does. But I got bored. I needed to do something different. I needed something new on the channel, new characters, new themes, a little bit new attitude, a younger crew coming in, and we've gotten that. We've got a lot in RWO Ground Zero as well as Big Dog Wrestling Unchained. And we've also brought some of those over to RWO Destruction and Big Dog Wrestling Rebellion. Renegade Wrestling is just that. Renegade Wrestling Organization. So a new theme which we'll be working on with 2K19 from now till March, the debut, the release of 2K22. We are going to start off with 6 champions in the men's division. Those champions will end up all meeting at once, not at once, but all meeting, and then a Wasteland Championship title will be born. There will be no more rulers, empresses, kings, and queens. And then every single title that was held by those 6 people will form that one Wasteland title. There will be 6 medallions around the edge of the title, and in the center will be the RWO insignia. So that is the theme I'm going for. It's kind of like the Ruler of the Wasteland title that we started off with for 2K19, where when you became a champion, a medallion was added to that title. And I know we utilized the Lucha Underground title belt for that, but I want to design something new, fresh, something different. And this will probably play into the way the actual Wasteland title will be created. That will be up for grabs in a major tournament. And after a lot of thought, a lot of struggle, and a bit of an injury, I lost a tooth while working on the design of the Wasteland title, and had to go in and get it removed. Broke the some bitch in 4 different pieces, so it was quite the experience. But I've decided I'm going to have an actual title made this year. There will be like I stated, a real RWO Wasteland Championship title up for grabs. The winner of this tournament will get that title. It will be showcased on this channel during that tournament. The tournament will not start until that title is designed and created. Now, the detraction of this might be that you will have to pay to get your wrestler into this tournament. But it is not going to be a substantial price. It's not going to be anything that's going to affect your pocket in the grand scheme of things. I just want people to understand this tournament will not be free. And if the tournament does not take place because people don't want to spend the money to get in this tournament, it will be hung on the wall behind me. And that's where it will stay until we have enough people that are interested and want that belt, hunger for that belt. That's when that title will be put on the line. Now, as for the game itself, now I talked about the 6 medallions. There'll be 6 champions starting things off. Those people, like I stated, will work through up to that point till 2K19 is no longer relevant. It wasn't relevant to begin with. But, I mean, when 2K22 arrives, we will have those 6 champions crowned in the men's division. In the women's division, it will be 4. Yes, 4 women champions that will go on. Now, if you want to be involved in 2K22, you got to put it down in the comment section below. You've got to make sure that it's in the comment section below, that you want to remain a part of Pillar to Post. You want to remain within the Wasteland. You want to remain as a wrestler. Now, if I am the guy that is creating your wrestler, you are going to have to give me time. I want to make sure each and everyone's character is unique, different. I want to make sure that no one has the exact same moves. Like, there are your suplexes, there are your body slams, there are your clotheslines. Those minor things. But no one's going to have a stacked moveset anymore. No one's going to have a moveset where it's finishing moves throughout the whole damn fucking match. And then you end it with a finisher. Finishers are supposed to be finishers. Yes, there are some people that pull out the power bomb every now and then. But for the most part, it is a finisher, folks. A DDT is a finisher. We've seen this a lot from a lot of people. The DDT doesn't mean what it used to mean, except for a certain amount of people. But in the grand scheme of things, it's utilized throughout the wrestling world whenever they please. We're going to get away from that. We're going to get back into the way wrestling was always meant to be. There will be storylines happening once again. I will direct those storylines. I will let you have free reign of what you want to say, what you want to do. But when it comes to it, I pick and choose who you're going to be feuding with, what's going to happen. If I see a potential for a feud down the road, then I will direct that. The traffic must always be directed. That is my job as a fake promoter here on Pillar to Post. But all in all, in that chat, you can say, you can do as you please. Have fun. Enjoy your time on the channel. That's the most important thing for me. Trash talk. But trash talk the wrestler that you are feuding with or that you are directing your trash talking to in the chat. Do not make it personal. We don't want personal shit going down on the channel. We want that moment, that hour, 2, maybe 3 hours of just abandoning the real and accepting the fantastical. That's what we want here. That's what the angry Viking wants. That's what he needs. He needs that fun. He needs that positivity because he's a cranky mofo. He don't like happiness. Well, he likes happiness, but he's not going to admit it. He just wants to see it on the channel. So, we're going to go a whole different direction. Now, we're going to have 3 shows a week moving forward with 2K22. We're going to have 2 major channels, or 2 major shows. We're going to have a minor show. We want to get back into the fun times. Now, the way it's going to work on the 2 brands, we're going to have, well, to me, there should never be a flagship and a secondary show. There's just 2 brands. I haven't concocted any vision of what those 2 brands are going to be called, what they're going to be about. But we're going to limit the championship titles on there. There's going to be 2 heavyweight champions, male and female division heavyweights. And we're going to have a mid-card on both sides, maybe, depending on how many female wrestlers there are. And we're going to have tag teams on both brands. So all in all, maybe if there's enough 2 tag championship titles for the men and the women, a mid-card for sure for the men. We'll see how many women we get on board, and then we'll have the heavyweights. Now, on the mid-show, the midweek show, we are going to have 1 title. That's it. 1 title. And that is the Pillar to Post Championship belt. And that title will help someone that is on the lower of the rankings on that show to gain access to the bigger brands. That is the thought process at the time. I think there needs to be a Pillar to Post belt. And I think that should be on a brand for the lower card, the lower roster, the lower ranked, where they can get a little bit of a jump start. Who are going to be on those lower ranked shows? I don't know yet. It'll happen when it happens. Look at Rob Machete's character this last year. When I returned, I was hoping to see different champions. We got that. Wolf Tier Gaviste over on RWO Destruction really popped to the forefront this past year. Rob Machete, yes, he was short-reigned. Ruthless Inc., complete bastards about shit. But look at the winning career he's had this last year on the channel for Big Dog Wrestling. It was outstanding. I love seeing it. Minerva was on a downward spiral for a while. And now, two belt Minerva lives, you know? So, there are plans percolating. There are plans in effect. The four medallion type bit, we're starting off with four champions with the women. They're going to collide, and those belts will be merged into one, just for a little added entertainment. The men, 6 champions. Can be anyone. We don't know. But that being said, this little civil war that everyone's got going on here in the Wasteland, it ends today. Now, the feuds won't end. Hell, they never end. There is blood feuds going for years on this channel. Those won't go away. But we're going to bring in new elements. We're going to get back to what we used to do, the fun we used to have, and we're going to enjoy it. I hope. I hope. But that is my stance on WWE 2K22. Yes, I will get the pre-order. I don't know which package level I will get, but I will be getting it, and we will be moving on and away from 2K19. We need something new. Now, also, when AEW finally brings out their game, that will be coming to the channel as well. Maybe we do something new with that. I don't know. But during the creation period of bringing all these wrestlers into 2K22, I will be doing streams where I am checking out my rise, my career, or whatever it's called. My rise, my faction, the GM mode. We're going to be getting into all that on the channel here. I want to make sure we do that. I want to learn how to play the new game. And I want to entertain. That is my goal here, is to entertain. Get loud and proud. But with someone new on the channel. Bring in someone new, a color commentator. A colorful personality. That's what this channel needs. A little bit of color. So, I want you guys all to have a great day. Have a great afternoon. I'll be seeing you perhaps later on with some RWO wrestling. Or is it Big Dog Wrestling? Who the hell knows anymore? But for now, and as always, I'm out of here.